Say hello to the beautiful people.
We're live.
Hello, beautiful people. Can they see the rumple at all?
A little bit.
Yeah, don't fuck with that camera too much. Hi, buddy. It was very difficult getting it right. It's a kind of a shaky, cheap tripod. Hi, bud. So, hi, everyone. This is going to happen a little bit. My beautiful dog stuck inside with us while we do this. Hello, baby. How's everyone? I hope you're well, or as well as can be, everything considered. I Let's introduce ourselves. My name is George. I am a mentor and a member of the board of directors of the Seattle Temple of the Fellowship of the Phoenix. Um, we are doing our second ever live streamed ritual out of my home, and I hope you enjoy. I hope that everyone gets something from this. Um, Next ritual, we may play around with some like conferencing software instead of the live stream so that there's some more back and forth. But we do have a couple of fun things that we'll be plugging in as we go on. So we'll see how this goes. Um, this is usually where I would stop and say, like, are there any questions before we begin or things like that? But I can't see your beautiful comments. Or can I? Is it there?
No.
Oh, no. I got all excited because I thought that, never mind. All right. Everyone ready to begin? Sorry for starting a little bit late. Had some technical issues and had to finish this. Um, Good. We're good. You're good. They're good. We're all good. Rumple's down here. There may be some panting on the microphone. Just, breathe. That's Rumple's reminder to all of you. Keep breathing. Right? And with that said, take a breath. Nice and deep into the belly again. Feel that belly expand and let it all out. We'll do that 2 more times and just breathe in. Hold for a moment. And when you need to, just breathe out. Hold empty for 1 moment. And when you need the air, breathe in again. Hold and relax. And as you breathe out, you can just feel that musculature, your tight shoulders that are up here caressing your ears. You can let those down. Hopefully, you're seated and you can feel your feet plant a little bit more firmly into the ground and your body sink in a little bit more. We'll do it one more time. Just nice deep breath in, all the way down to the belly. Hold and let it go. And just feel yourself sink. Relax a little bit. Hold empty. Good. We are celebrating FireDance. We are celebrating the new light, and we're celebrating love. And this is essentially for the fellowship, this is our Beelzebub, right? Our Beltane. And so in our tradition, we call it FireDance. And oftentimes there will be dancing, and there might be a maypole, or we might have a bonfire, or things like that. We're not there today, sadly, um, but we're still celebrating. Despite the world, I think that there's a lot to celebrate. There is a lot of love that is being shown and shared, especially in our more niche communities. I see people taking care of each other, and it's beautiful, and it is absolutely something to celebrate. So that's us today. We're celebrating the spring and new life and the growing sun. So when we typically start our rituals, we like to ask, who are you and why have you come? And for today, I want you to hold on to those thoughts. You're going to I want you to really think on that. Give it maybe more than just a name, right? I am more than just George. I am a witch and a healer. I am a roommate and a best friend. And sometimes when I'm not quarantined in my home, I am a lover. And so many other things beyond that, right? I am a non binary, uh, beautiful, shining light, as are all of you. And feel free as you're considering these questions as we move forward in the ritual. Who are you? Why have you come? Open your heart a little bit with those questions and uh, feel that bit of vulnerability. A little bit later on in the ritual, um, I'm going to share some of what has been given to us as offerings to the lover. And so take those questions, think on them a little bit, and if you'd like us to read them during the ritual, oh my, if you'd like us to read those responses during ritual, go ahead. You can still fill out a form that is linked in the description of the video. Oh my God, I get to do this. I feel like such a YouTuber. Down below, right? It is down below. Yes. Boom. So exciting. So go ahead, you can fill that out and tell us, who are you and what are your intents? What is your intent for being here this evening? And if we get the response before about mid ritual, we will share it out loud if you give permission in the form. Good, good. Take another breath with me now that I've gotten that over with. Good. Okay, just a moment. You have to stop reacting to comments unless I can see them. I need your poker face.
Okay.
Thank you. We have a beautiful setup, and Frank is behind the computer and being so incredibly helpful and interacting with all of you a little bit. But I'm guessing that some of y'all are making jokes.
No.
And then Frank is over here grinning and smiling.
No one is making jokes.
Poker face. Thank you. All right. Now I need to take a breath because I'm all nervous.
Serious ritual.
Breathe in and out. Okay. Take a moment to think on and give voice to any distractions or ills that would close your heart to our work tonight. Call them out, name them, reclaim your power over them, and acknowledge them in sacred space so that they may be transformed by our work together. For me, these distractions are nerves, absolutely, and fucking tech issues. And what are your distractions right now?
Too many screens. A 30-second delay.
A 30, oh no. Delays and technology and screens and fucking the news cycle. All of these distractions, all of these things that would close our hearts or distract us from the work tonight, we ask that they be transformed and that we may work in peace. And now we can balance and center together. So try and take another breath. relax a bit into your body, into your space, and look up. Let your mind's eye move through whatever's above you. Maybe you're lucky enough to be outside and you just have the sky. Most of us are indoors. So look up through the ceiling, through the roof, with your mind's eye until you can see beyond the clouds, beyond the sky, and into the stars with your mind and your heart. Honor that light above you. That starry light above us is the light of the spiral. It's the light of the divine. Take a breath and breathe that in. Good. Now look below. Look below, moving your mind again through the floor and through the ground until you see the molten, churning heart of our planet. Honor the below. Honor the potential below us. Honor that great cauldron of flame and moving earth. And breathe that up. Light above and potential below. Feel the tension between the above and below and just sway for a moment. Gently. Even if you're sitting down, just move a little bit from your hips. And feel yourself pulled back or forth, forward and backwards, even in a little circle, but always back towards center. That tension pulling you above and below, guiding you back into center. Good. Find that balance and recognize that together many other hearts are finding that same center, below that same light and above that same potential. Breathe in that combined energy from all of us connecting and centering together, and let it fill the space around you. Let it call out and connect with everyone else in this ritual. Despite distance, together we form a community that is built through the bonds of love and will. We give shape to this sacred space, a fortress in which to weave the magic of life. Good. Thank you again for putting up with us and just generally for being here. We are pausing now at the entrance to the labyrinth on top of the world's mound, the immortal foundation that supported the footsteps of our earliest spirits. Inside of the world's mound is the history and the past. And so before we continue further, just take a moment to acknowledge the history of the space that you stand on. Land where people have gathered, lived, and honored the earth for 10,000 years. I myself am doing this from the territories of the tribes of the Coast Salish region. I really do hope to honor this land with our work here tonight. In our tradition, the world mound is also the truncated pyramid, bolstered on each side by the classical elements, giving shape to our world. And so now we'd like to call those elements into our space, beginning with air. You are invited to summon the elements within yourself and within your space in a way that feels right to you. And even by ourselves in our own spaces, we can join in by intoning the vowel sound that's associated with each of these elements, which I will provide prior to the calls. Excuse me. And by also imagining the powers of the element entering your own space. So we're going to begin with air and the vowel. Oh, we should. We are going to begin with air. It's going to be lit first. It's
FireDance Fire wanted to be first.
Yeah, right. All right. And it's good there. Good. Now we're going to call air. And if you'd like, in your own space, you can intone the vowel sound as we continue.
I bring in air, the door to knowledge. I bring the energies of cooling breezes and wild gales of intellect and imagination. I bring the directions and the compass roads as we welcome air into this space. Netzah Shaliach. Back to you.
Netzah Shaliach. And now we will call fire. The vowel sound for fire is E.
I bring in fire, the door to power. I bring the energies of burning hearth, of blood-warm skin, of passion and vitality. I bring the flames of transformation and the obelisk as we welcome fire into our space. Netzah Shaliach.
Netzah Shaliach. Water. Uh-oh. I filled it a little too full. The vowel sound for water is O.
I bring in water, the door to mystery. I bring in the energies of quenching rains and ocean depths, of emotion and memory. I bring the labyrinth and the misted path as we welcome water into our space. Netzah Shaliach.
Netzah Shaliach. And earth. The vowel sound for earth is oo.
I bring in earth, the door to strength. I bring the energies of fertile fields and ancient stone, of growth and of foundation. I bring the world mound and the obelisk's root as we welcome earth into this space. Netzach Shaliach.
Netzah Shaliach. Good. And now that we have invited the elements, we will call on the spirits of our tradition and ask that they open the way.
We call on the spirits of place, ancient and modern, spirits of mountain and concrete, of misted forests and cool fresh waters. Spirits of place, reveal to us the currents of this land.
Terra and soul, twinned souls of matter and light, body and breath, guide our magic to manifestation.
We call on the queer ancestors of blood and of spirit, of love and craft. Mighty dead, who carry the torches of wisdom into our hearts and lives. Protect us as we walk on twilight roads.
We call on the dragon, spiraled serpent at obelisk's roots, source of earth and flame and deepest gold. Forge for us the crucible through which we are transformed.
We call on the Minotaur, starry bull of the blackest earth, challenger and guardian. Show us the light that lives in inky shadows.
We call on the queer divine, sacred transgressors and holiest of apostates. We call to youth, explorer, lover, healer, warrior, liberator, mystic, and elder. Bless us with flame and light, with queer power and open hearts.
We call now on the beating, flaming heart of our tradition, Phoenix, illuminator and alchemist, light source who casts no shadow. We call you down, spread your wings and lift our hearts.
Okay.
Start.
Go.
Lift now the veil,
Lift now the veil.
open now the way.
Good. Hopefully that worked. And now take another breath. And just take a moment to compare your own space from before and after. Take just one more breath to see, can you feel any of that elemental, any of that spirit energy with you in your space? Just take a breath. Breathe that in. Ancestors and queer divine and phoenix all with us. And now we will walk through the labyrinth, walk into the labyrinth and meet the phoenix together. Thanks to our magister having recorded this meditation. So, Creasy, please.
Take a breath. Let yourself get comfortable in your space. Perhaps close your eyes. And let us prepare to enter the labyrinth together. You will never get lost in a labyrinth, for it is not a maze. There is one path in, and it is the same path out. Focus your attention on the journey we are about to take together. Honor yourself and the others here tonight by choosing to be fully present. Open your heart to the possibilities to be discovered on this journey. See before you a large 7-circuit labyrinth of the sort represented at our altar. The entrance lies before you, opening to a left turn that leads into deepening shadow. Move forward into the dark and traverse the long, winding path back and forth, from circuit to circuit. Each turn focuses your mind, body, and spirit. Note the smell of the path, the feel of the air on your skin. Let your soul awaken. You begin to move more quickly, and the turns grow sharper, until suddenly a large clearing opens up at the labyrinth center with a bonfire at its heart, smoky, warm, and bright. These are the flames that we have kindled together. The fire calls for release and promises transformation. Over the crackles and pops of the burning wood, you hear the sound of beating wings from overhead, and you feel a spark of flame kindle in your heart. You look upwards and see the largest, most beautiful bird that you have ever seen. You gaze into its eyes and see within them a familiarity which strikes you to the core. Yet at the same time, those eyes contain the deepest mysteries of the universe. A voice speaks within your mind saying, I am thee and thou art me. The bird's feathers shimmer and flame in a myriad of colors. You watch as it circles once more and then dives directly into the fire and is utterly consumed. The fire grows and seems to reach for you. Hesitantly, you advance toward the flames where the bird was. As you are drawn into the fire, the flames are warm but do not burn you. Instead, you are invigorated with a willpower and strength that is rejuvenating. You breathe in deeply and feel the divine suffuse you, aflame with the power of spirit. You feel others move into the flames and watch as they come alive with the knowledge of who they truly are. You are aware of yourself as an individual and as a part of something much larger. You feel the earth leave from beneath you. You soar upwards to the planets and the stars. A bird's cry pierces the world and opens your heart. Breathe in that sound. Become aware of yourself as the phoenix. When you are ready, you may open your eyes.
Good. Take another breath. And now I'd like you to just, wiggle out a little bit, do whatever you need to, but close your eyes again, briefly, I promise. And Envision again that fire at the middle of the labyrinth. Bring yourself back there. Call to it with your mind and your heart. And from the center of the fire, see a small figure stepping out and forward towards you. Let it get a little bit bigger as it moves closer. And as it does get bigger, you start to see details emerge. Face, hair, clothing, or not. This is the lover stepping out of the flames of transformation to join us in community. What do they look like to you? When you envision this queer lover, this divine force in our lives, what do they look like? How do they move? As they move closer to you, perhaps you can hear them. What sounds do they make? Or what is the sound of their voice? As they move even closer, what do they smell like? If they were to touch you, join hands, or touch you on the arm, if they were to kiss you, what would they feel like? If they speak, what do they sound like? If you were to kiss them, what is the taste of their skin or their lips? Build that picture up and hold it in your mind, in your heart, as we call forth the divine. You did send it to me. Oh, whoops. Divine lover, dancer in the space between hearts, sacred whore and bringer of plenty, we honor and thank you. We ask for your blessing as we walk the labyrinth, for a heart as open as the cloudless sky. Fill us with music when we forget our own songs, and bless our throats as we sing them again. Open the sky and release the rain. Teach us to let our hearts bloom like a flower, oh my Lord. Reveal the icon behind every mirror. Queer lover, sacred light in every shining eye, bless us from body to breath, bones to blood. Join us tonight and open for us the roads to connection. Tus Kayate.
Tus Kayate.
Which in our tradition means our hearts are open to you. And be with us, lover, in this space. And it's from here that we would like to give some offering, some love, some piece of ourselves to the lover. And so in doing that, we're going to share the answers to those questions I asked about earlier. Would you refresh that just in case there were? I'll go first, actually. The questions, again, were who are you and why have you come? And in answering them, the hope is that we open ourselves a little bit. We open our own hearts and we give of our own vulnerability to the lover. So when asked, who am I and why have I come? I am a witch. I am a child of dirt and of stars. And I am a healer. And I have come here to do what I can in service to my tradition and my community and my divinities. I've come here to try and bring through love whatever healing I can to all of you and to share my love for our spirits and divinity with you. That's me. We also did get some other submissions, some other offerings for the lover through this, and I'm just going to share the ones that we were given permission to share. So the first came from BA, who says that they are a dancer betwixt and between, one person who is bisexual, third gender, four-eyed, and polyreligious. They have come to open their heart to love in community. Ember says they are three, they are one. They are the fire, the lightning, the glow. They are the love, the created force, the service. They are triune, and we are me, or they are them. They have come to continue this journey in love and in community, to experience and serve that which is both outside of themselves and within the deepest reaches of their heart, to reach even closer to the source. Colette says she is a woman. She is a reflector and an empath. She is infinite love that will one day shine as brightly towards herself. She is the strength that she will one day have to yearn and to have the softness that has gotten her this far. She is. She has come because she didn't sleep well last night. And any plans that she had for today morphed into rereading a favorite fan fiction and just laying around. She was about to take a break to play a video game when a Facebook scroll led her to a live stream performance honoring Oshun and the Orishas, which I would have loved to see. That was me. And then she saw this event back to back, and she's come because she feels like this is where she's meant to be today. She feels that the universe wants today to be one filled with ritual and connection. As well, this was her first time reading the lover prayer card that I just read a moment ago. And she says that as someone whose heart was once so much more open, she really connected with it. And we also know each other. Hi, Colette. Good. Oh my, there were more. Cool. I'll be right back with you.
You want to do this, do this,
Yes, please.
and
Perfect.
do that.
Thank you. Very good. We're great. Another breath. And remember, as I share this, these are, yeah, that didn't go as big as it needed to, actually. Sorry. Technical fun.
This.
Can I just...
Here.
Oh, that'll work. Jazz hands. Okay.
Cool.
Lover, we've got more to give. Richie says that he is Richie and has come to seek light. Glow says she is goddess. She creates, and she has come to give of herself freely and to accept openly. Creasy says, they're the tale that they tell themselves. They are queer, autistic, pagan, trans. They are sacred, disaffected, and burned out. Scared and sacred, both. Sorry, the sacred was me. Creasy, you're amazing. But the line says scared, disaffected, and burned out. They are passionate, capable, and hopeful. They are a lover and a friend, a writer and an architect. They are a maker of spaces and a teller of tales. They are the narratrix and the protagonist. They are the villain and the hero. They are bird now. They've come to be in fellowship with others, to share in spirituality, to be vulnerable in the presence of others that they trust, to respect their vulnerability. They've come to reach out and be open to others reaching out as well, to support and to be supported in turn. Te Kimmy has come to celebrate love. Te Kimmy. Keat has come. Keat is a jewel. They are always being cut and refined, and they have come to polish a facet. I love that. Te Roger goes by many names. The birth name Roger has seemed late to him, or has seemed odd to him of late, and he's working on his own name. And Roger, I just wanted to say, I'm going through a similar process. I feel that. He has come to join in celebration of perfect love and perfect trust. Te Ashley Rose is both human and earth dragon. They have come to feel the togetherness of community and add to it. They have come to overcome the fear of their past and embrace the potential of the future. Welcome to Kat is a healer, a teacher, a lover, a kitty mom, a friend, a sister, a daughter, a student. She is a seeker of her own truths, a witch, and a nerd. She has come to reconnect to community, to strengthen the bonds of fellowship in a time of strange separation. And Kat, we love you. We feel that. That's it. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. That was beautiful. I feel yeah. Sorry. I'm feeling verklempt, and so my voice is going down.
No, I was going to say I would give my own offering.
Oh, yes, please, Frank.
Not on screen, but I'm Frank. I am a nerd, a friend, a supporter, an organizer. I've come to be the disembodied voice behind the screen, the tech wizard, and to support my community as we all look to be together and support one another in this new reality we find ourselves in. Takayate.
Thank you, everyone, for your offerings, for what offerings you brought to us, and for whatever offerings that you gave privately. We appreciate it. Takayate. I'd like to invite everyone in from this space of open hearts and vulnerability. We're going to share some healing together. We're going to we're gonna play. Excuse me. So take a breath. Just take in all of that energy that's been shared and release. Just relax into space. Breathe in again. And relax. Good. Look above again, through your ceiling, through the sky, through the clouds, and connect once more to that light above us, the light of this spiral. Breathe it down. Let it circle in your chest. Breathe again. Feel it grow a little brighter. Maybe it moves a little faster. Breathe in. Breathe in the light of the divine, the light of our spiritual guides. And feel it settle. Golden, queer light spinning in your heart. Now look down. Through the floor, through the ground, and look back down into that center, into the cauldron. Look into the spinning fires and the waters down below. On the surface of those waters, reflect the lights from above. And so I want you to breathe in that reflected light up. These lights that play and dance on the surface of the water, these are the ancestors. Deep below us, but we can breathe them up. One more time, breathe in the light of queer ancestors. And feel that spinning as well in your heart, in your chest. Feel the two lights combine. And for just a moment, breathe some of them into whatever part of your body you feel needs it. So take just half a moment to think on what part of your body could use more love, what part of your body could use the attention of your spiritual guides, your ancestors. And this doesn't even need to be physical pain, right? This could be an emotion that you associate with a certain part of your body. But find that spot or spots in your body that could really use some of that attention and some of that love. And feel free to take from some of that fire and breathe it out into the other parts of your body. We'll do that with 3 breaths. So take that fire in and back out. In and out into your body. One more time. Breathe in and out. Let that settle. This is the love of the divine, of the ancestors, of all of our spirits, our guides, and each other. This is the light that we all hold together. And all of that light and love we allow ourselves to partake of. We give ourselves that permission. Breathe that in one more time, just to let it settle. From the single point in time and space that is you, extend roads, multitudinous from every direction. And as we gaze down any one of these roads, we see other distant lights that we can connect to, that we are connected to via these roads. Feel those connections. This is us. This is community. This is not only the people attending this ritual, but it is everyone in our greater pagan families, our greater queer families. Look down those roads, see those lights, see the shimmering trails that connect you to them. And with 3 more breaths, you'll collect that fire, that golden light in your chest, and we'll give just a bit of that out via all of these roads and share some of that love and that healing energy with the rest of the community. So breathe in, condense and collect, and out. Hold a moment and breathe in again. And out. One more time. In and out. Sorry, I have to catch my breath after breathing deep like that. Good. And just shake that out a little bit. Take a moment as well to breathe that in from other sources, to just sit with that connected web of healing energy. Good. Now focus on your feet. Focus on the feeling of the connection between you and the ground below. That connection, I want you to really visualize your own light and the light of the earth below you. What is that connection like right now? How does it feel? Is it weak? Is it thin? Is it strong? Are you feeling confident in your connection with the earth? Wherever it is, don't judge, just take stock. And one last time, 3 breaths. We're going to share some of that light that we breathed from above and below into our connection with the earth. We don't seek to give the earth herself our energy. She's got plenty. What we seek is to strengthen our own bond with the earth. So breathe in. Collect that energy again and send it into that connection between you and the earth. Just breathe down. And let that connection thicken or strengthen or brighten. One more time, in and down into that connection. And actually, one more time, in and down. We honor the earth that we walk on and live with. And hopefully, we can all pledge to do whatever things are necessary, whatever little things we can do and change to carry that strengthened connection forward into our lives. Tus Kayate, everyone.
Tus Kayate.
All right. Frank, is there anything else that we are doing, need to do?
Say thank you to a few people?
Yeah.
Or beings?
Or beings, right. Good. I feel like, yeah, I want to backtrack actually, just a touch. I'd like to take just a minute, few minutes maybe, with the lover. We have healed one another, we've healed our own connections, we've healed ourselves. But I'd like to just stay in this space for an extra moment, if you'll indulge me. Close your eyes. visualize yourself back in front of the lover. Take a few breaths. Don't rush into that visual. Come to us, lover. What does the lover look like? Smell like? Sound like? Taste like? What do they feel like? Queer divine, sacred lover, speak to us. Open your heart. What does the lover say? They may not. They may not have words. They may have visuals. They may just want to share a kiss or a hug. But just take a moment in space with this divinity. The lover comes to me festooned in a crown of flowers. What does the lover say? And what will they leave you with? Or what will you leave them with? We thank you, lover. And to give the most proper thanks that we can, we'll take from this. And if you feel so called, you can just reach straight through that camera and that screen and share some energy as I do, or just do so in your own space. Take a breath, a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, share that with the lover in thanks and honor. Queer lover, sacred whore, we have gathered in your honor and filled this vessel with our love. Go ahead. Drink, lover, and never know thirst. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tus Kayate. Good. Our spirits have been here, they have healed with us, they've worked magic with us, and they have danced with us. Even if we haven't done a lot of dancing, here we go, a little bit. Have to get it in there. A little danced. Good. Now let's just take a minute to seek out their voices. So, I just picked at a card that was totally naughty. I'm so sorry, spirits. Please don't punish
Was it a naughty card?
No. Ooh. All right, and I will take one. Okay, cool. Sounds good. That's lovely. Y'all, we have a summer to look forward to.
Murder hornets.
No murder hornets. Shut the fuck up about the murder hornets. I don't need to hear this. I'm having a good afternoon. All right. Sorry for the F-bomb. Lovers. We're starting with the warrior. This was my oh my face. Sulfur, alchemical sulfur, and the healer. So I think that what we're looking at is a call towards strength, absolutely, and the reminder that we will find healing when we insist on change. We are not currently in a stable position whatsoever, and I think the cards are telling us that if we want to find a better place at the end of this bizarre and almost horrifying year, we need to lean into that change and we need to demand more. We need to call up every reserve of strength that we have inside of ourselves and support one another through those demands and through this change. And if we keep moving and keep, if we midwife this change, right, then we can see some really spectacular healing afterwards. But it actually does involve stoking our own fires and pushing the change forward. So that's the message I'm getting here today. So thank you, spirits. And now, that said, we can thank our spirits and divinities for their help in this rite. I may have poured a bit too much. Actually, I'm gonna refill this. Bloop, 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 not doing nothing. You cannot see me off to the side. They can't, right? Ha ha! And again, I'm going to ask you, as I am sharing offerings with these spirits, I'll ask you to do the same. For every spirit or divinity that we name, just give a little bit of yourself, just that sparse breath. Just give that into the air in the name of these spirits and these divinities. So we are honoring the beings who have guided our rite tonight. As I said, focus those thanks and your love as I speak and as I give these words. We give thanks to the spirits, beings, and divinities that walked with us this afternoon. Thank you for your presence and protection, for your blessings and bounty. Thank you for guiding our magic and our healing, and for holding open the way. We pledge to honor your gifts and to use them wisely. We give you thanks and offering. To the phoenix, we give offering. To the queer divine of many names, elder, mystic, liberator, warrior, healer, lover, explorer, and youth, we give offering. To the minotaur, we give offering. To the dragon, we give offering. To the ancestors, we give offering. To Terra and Soul, we give offering. And to the Genius Loci, the spirits of place, we give offering. To these spirits and all the others who walk with us on our path, may you never thirst. Netzah Shaliach.
Netzah Shaleach.
I smell like tea now. And very briefly, we also give thanks to the elements. We give thanks to Earth. Thank you for opening the door to strength, for the foundation and power that you bring into our lives. No, what's the phrase? Shit.
We honor you always in the circle of
We
our
do.
lives. Tus Kayate.
What he said. To the element of water, we give you thanks and honor as we move forward out of this rite. Thank you for your gifts of mystery and for opening the doors. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tus Kayate. To fire, we give thanks and honor. Thank you for the bright sun above that's still giving us light through the windows in front of me. Thank you for the heat of this day. Here in Seattle, it broke 80 degrees today. So thank you, fire, for bringing better weather. And of course, for bringing passion and vitality. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tus Kayate. And sorry, Rumple's back there being silly. To air the last little wisp of this incense, we give you thanks and honor. Thank you for bringing inspiration and communication to our lives and to this ritual. Thank you for the gifts, the complicated gifts of the technology that allows us to do this. Air, thank you for your presence here tonight. We honor you always in the circle of our lives. Tus Kayate.
Tus Kayate.
Good. So as we have honored the elements, we honor those distractions that have been changed. So everything that we spoke out earlier, may those things be transformed. May we honor that transformation that occurred here tonight. May this transformed energy be a tool with which we work our wills. Good. Now, we're almost done. Please close your eyes for another moment. Take a breath. Feel how our community has been empowered by our work tonight. Feel how you have been changed personally. Breathe in and breathe out that transformed energy into the community. Good. This is the power of the Phoenix to transform and regenerate. Let us take this gift of the connection with us in our daily lives. Good. Manifest your will through love. And now
we go forth
into the
into
world,
the world
renewed by the bonds of fellowship.
out of the
Out of the
flames
flames into the light.
Thank you, everyone. Get a quick look at my backside as I say goodbye to this altar. Ooh, fancy.
For some reason, I really want. Oh wait.
No, go ahead.
I really want the after play or the after ritual music to be the intermission music from Monty Python.
Ah! Yes. Brief intermission, and then we come back for fellowship after dark. Oh. It's not even dark. It's not going to be dark here for like 2 more hours. This place is ridiculous.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream, but you all have a lovely evening. Tus Kayate.
Bye, I love you. Thank you for